definitions. I'm going to repeat the definitions, and then we'll be doing some problems. So please, if you don't have a pen and paper in front of you, please fetch it right now. And a calculator. Okay. Please get it right now because you're going to need it. So let's start off with alternate angles. Remember, alternate angles, we say, lie on the opposite sides of the transversal and between parallel lines. Now, we spoke about what a transversal is, and that is the line that goes through both parallel lines. Okay. So, in other words, there we go. This line, FE, this one, is my transversal, and my alternate angles are on either side of those that transversal line. So if you look here, your first angle will be on the right hand side and your other one will be on the left. Sometimes your first angle is at the bottom, which means the other one will be at the top. They just have to be on opposite sides. Okay, and once again we said they make the Z or the N shape. So now that we have spoken about those, let's look at this, right? We're going to work out both X and Y, so don't throw away the knowledge that we all learned in the past 2 weeks. We're going to need it still because we still have to work out X and then go from there. So what would you guys do? Where would we start here? The first thing, which I already spoke about in the previous lesson, is to look for your parallel lines. We're not assuming these are parallel. They are, and it's indicated by these two arrows. Okay, so DE, line DE is parallel to line FG. Now let's hear how we would tackle this one, guys. How would we tackle this question? Let me hear what you guys have to say. Come on, guys. Anyone? Someone? How would you tackle this question? Come, guys, we need to work together here. Okay, I'm going to do the first one and then we'll go from there. So in case you missed it, I said we do not throw away all the knowledge that we've learned in the previous lesson, and we're going to need it now because in order to find X, we're going to have to use this 111 angle, and of course I'm going to draw right over it, but you guys get the point, right? Because they are adjacent and on a straight line. Okay, so I'm going to write statement here. My statement and my reason. Okay, and my statement is going to say X plus 111 degrees is 180. And my reason for that, as I said, is because they are adjacent angles on a straight line. Okay, now we still have to get X on its own because it is currently with 111 on the left-hand side. And this I know you know, guys. So let's get speaking in the chat, please. Where do we go from here? If I want to get X on its own, what do I have to do? Come on, guys. The more we participate, the quicker this lesson will go for you. Thank you, Dumi. Thank you very much. So we're going to take this 111 over to the other side, and when it gets to the other side, what sign does 111 take? What sign will 111 have when it gets to the other side? A negative. Thank you. So now we have X is equal to 180 degrees minus 111 degrees. Therefore, X is, how much is 180 minus 111? Thank you, guys. That is 69 degrees. So here we have a 60. Let me first get rid of this blue because I'm going to highlight again just now. 69 degrees. Does anyone have an idea of how we're going to find Y? We now have X, and now we need Y. Anyone have a clue? Is the hand up? Bongo Musa? Let's hear. Butlale says chord angles. I'm guessing autocorrect messed up what you were saying there. Right? It's not corresponding angles actually, no. What are we using, guys? Alternate angles. Thank you. Because is it for everyone, guys? Is my network bad? Is my network bad for everyone? Can I have a thumbs up, thumbs down on whether or not I am buffering or freezing? Okay, no. Let me clarify. Thumbs up if I'm not buffering. If I'm okay, thumbs up. If I am buffering, thumbs down. Okay, so it's for Logan and Ilham, it seems that I'm buffering. Guys, can you try leaving and then rejoining? Because my camera is off, which I assume makes my connection a bit better. Maybe switch your cameras off if they're on, and then you'll have a little bit better connection, okay? All right. So we're going to use alternate angles. And if you look here, here is my Z or my N. It starts over there, goes that way, and goes that way. So then I can just say Y is equal to 69 degrees. And my reason is alternate angles. Is that my whole reason, guys? Is that all I need to do when I'm using parallel lines? Is that my full reason? Do you think you'd get your full marks if you stopped here? What do you guys have to say? In the chat, Butlali says no. What's missing, Butlali? What do you think is missing in this? We answered both questions. We found X, we found Y. So what is it that is missing? And Logan. Logan also says no, you're not going to get your full marks. Oh, never mind. Logan has changed his mind. Butlali, do you have any idea what is missing? There is something missing. I'm just trying to figure out if anyone knows what it is. In my reason for why, there's something missing. And what is that something? Anyone? It's my parallel lines. Remember, yes, Butlali. When you are doing this, you need to indicate which pair of parallel lines you used, because this is a very simple question, but it gets more complicated, right? So after you say alternate angles, you must state that DE, which is the parallel line, the first one, is parallel to FG. So please remember this, or you might lose a mark for your reason, because if you don't put that reason in, you might lose marks. That is not a complete reason. Okay, can I have a thumbs up, thumbs down on this question? There we go. Wonderful, guys. Okay, can we move on to something a bit more interesting? Okay. Again, we have a case of find X and Y. But we haven't done corresponding yet, so we'll get back to that. But look at this, guys. So we want to find the following angles. Angle 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and number 6, because we haven't done corresponding angles yet. So I'm going to need you guys to help me here. It doesn't matter which order we do it, but can you tell me anything that you can see here? Thank you. Butlali has gotten us started off to a great start. So angle 2, I'm just going to put the stuff on top so that you don't get confused about the numbers. Angle 2 is 55 degrees. Can I have a reason, Butlali? Angle 2 is 55, which is indeed correct. So I'm going to write it here. There we go. These are vertically opposite angles. Great. Now we have angle 2. Anyone else see another angle that we can figure out now? Angle 1 is equal to 125. Adjacent angles are on a straight line. Let's see. So angle 1 plus 55 degrees. And remember I said try and use the information you have. So I'm going to use this straight line because I know this is 55 degrees for sure. Okay. 2 is a value that I just calculated. So just to minimize risk, I don't want to use it in the next ones. So I'm going to say that is equal to 180 degrees. And our reason is these are adjacent angles on a straight line. Great. So then angle 1 will be equal to 180 degrees minus 55 degrees. Therefore, what is my value for angle 1? 125. Great. So we have 125 over here. Anyone see a different one? I know Butlal is not the only one who's seeing these answers. Can I have some responses in the chat, please? I know you guys know the answers. We have found angle 1 and 2 so far. We still have 3, 4, and 6 to go. What do you say, guys? Okay, 6 is equal to 60 because of adjacent angles on a straight line. Okay, so we moved on to the other side. These ones, that whole angle there is equal to 180. So I can say angle 6 plus 120 degrees is 180 degrees. Again, remember, even if you are repeating a reason, you rewrite it. You don't write it once and assume it counts for everything, okay? So then angle 6 will be equal to 180 minus 120, which is 60 degrees. Great. And I see Butlale has number 4 for me as well. Butlale, what's your reason for number 4? Come on, guys. Where's everybody else? I know you know these answers. Remember, the more we participate, the quicker this lesson will go. I know it's a holiday tomorrow, but let's participate. Okay. So angle 4 is also 120 degrees. And the reason is it's a vertically opposite angles because it's opposite with the other 120, which is over here and over there. Great, we only have one left. How are we going to find number 3? Oh, nice, Butlale. Look where 3 is in relation to 2. Our Z is facing that way. Okay, so it is facing the other way around, but you can still see it. And we're not assuming anything because look at here. I've been given arrows of parallel lines. So I can say angle 3 is equal to angle 2, which we have determined is 55 degrees. And this is alternate angles. And what is happening with my parallel lines? Vertically opposite means the angles are opposite a vertex. So when I have this, right, and I have an angle there that's X and one there that's Y, my vertex is this corner in the middle here. These are 2 intersecting lines, this one and that one, and they make an X basically. Then these angles that are facing each other, these ones, Y is on the right, X is on the left, those are vertically opposite and those angles are always equal. Ilham, does it make sense? Thanks, Butlale. The reason is GH is parallel to EF. Wonderful, I'm glad you understand. Let me zoom this out for our screenshots. Can I have a thumbs up, thumbs down on this question, please? Wonderful. Okay. Now we move on to corresponding angles. Now, corresponding angles are on the same side of the transversal. Once again, your transversal is this line that cuts through both parallel lines. So if you look here, they're either both on the right or both on the left, or yeah, both on the right or both on the left. Okay, and they are both above or both below. What that means is, if you look at this one and this one, they're both above the parallel line. See, if this is the line, it's above the line. If this is the line, it's above the line. But in this case, this is my line and it's below. This is my line and it's below. So they're either both above or both below, and they make a F shape. So if you look there, nope, that's the wrong way around. Wrong F, there, 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 and there. Whether it's the other way around or upside down, that doesn't matter. You just still look for the F. Okay, so let's see if we can apply this thing. There we go. I'm going to go back to this one. It is a very special one. There we go, guys. Let's see. So we have a bunch of variables over here. That's going to make everyone nervous, I know. But my advice is start with what you know. Which angle do we know for sure? The actual angle with a value. Which angle do we know here for sure, guys? Come on, guys. Which angle do you have here for sure? Meaning one that doesn't have a variable at all. Thank you. It is 80. So whatever you start with is going to involve that 80. Now, can you tell me how can we use that 80 in this case? How can we use the 80 that we have for sure in this case? Anyone have an idea? Oh, okay. You can, but what's a much easier place we can start with this? Look right next to it, guys. We can do E. How do we find E and D? E and D. How can we find E and D in this case? Just give me a method of how to get there. Angle D can be found using what? Come on, guys. There we go. There we go. Adjacent angles on a straight line. 80 degrees. It adjacent to D. So look here, that way. So I can say angle D plus 80 degrees is 180 degrees. And my reason is they are adjacent angles on a straight line. So then that would make D what? That would make D how much, guys? 180 degrees minus 80 degrees, that is 100 degrees. Great. Now we have D. Okay. And those who suggest that we can work out E, can you tell me how? This is 100. How can we work out E? Okay, there's parallel lines, but what are we going to do with them? What are we going to do with those parallel lines? We're going to do corresponding angles. Do you guys see the F? That way, going up there and going up there. So then E is equal to what? 80. And this is corresponding angles. Is that my whole full reason? Is that my whole reason? Are you sure? What's missing, guys? What's missing? My parallel lines. So EF is parallel to A, B, C, D. EF, let's say this is G. B, G. Okay. So now we have E as well. Now we haven't done triangles, but I saw someone suggest what we can do with AT as well. Who was that? Who was that? You guys should know though, but I just don't remember who it was who suggested that we can do something about it. It was Bohlale. Bohlale, tell us what we can do. With the how do exterior angles of a triangle work? Exterior angles of a triangle, how does that work? So the exterior angle is equal to what? The exterior angle, we're going to use this guy. That's my exterior angle. It's outside the triangle. It's the two opposite angles. Two opposite angles. You were close. So it's equal to 2A plus 80. Okay. So 5A minus 40, the exterior angle, is equal to 80 degrees plus 2A. And your reason is this is exterior angle of a triangle. If you are worried now, we are still going to do triangles. I just know that you guys did this last year. So some of you might still remember it, okay? But don't panic too much. We are still going to do triangles. They're coming up soon. All right. So now I have an A this side, an A that side. I have a constant this side and that side. What do I need to do here to organize this question? That was a good try, Buklali. Good try. What do I need to do here, guys? What am I transposing? Group them. There we go. I need to group them. So the A's need to go to one side and the variables, the constants the other side. So I'm going to move 2A to that side and 40 to that side. When 2A goes over, it becomes what? When 2A gets to the other side, it's a minus 2A. And when 40 goes over, what happens with that? It becomes a plus 40. Nice, guys. Now, what's 5A minus 2A? 5A minus 2A is 3A. And 80 degrees plus 140, plus 40 degrees. Hectic, 140. That is 120 degrees. We still don't have A on its own. So what do we need to do here? We need to divide by 3. So divide by whatever is in front of your variable, which is 3 in this case. And that'll tell us that A is equal to 120 divided by 3. Thank you, Dumi, which is 40 degrees. But 40 degrees is not your angle. Can you guys tell me what is this angle over here? We know A is 40 degrees, but what is that angle? What is the angle, guys? Nice. It is 2a. So it's 2 times 40, which is 80 degrees. And what about this one over here? Let me do the substitution while you guys do the calculation. This is 5 times 40 degrees minus 40 degrees. 5 times 40 minus 40, 160 degrees. Okay, so we have those angles. We are still left with angle B and angle C. So let's hear. Any takers to solve those two? Anyone? How are we going to find angle B and C? Anyone? Angle B and angle C. Yes, we can do sum of angles in a triangle, and we can do adjacent angles on a straight line. So let's do the sum of angles in a triangle, because it's B plus, I'm going to write somewhere else because everything is now starting to look like one question. B plus AT plus another AT. What can you tell me about that triangle after what I just wrote? What can you tell me about this triangle? Yes, but that plus 80 plus 80 tells us about what type of triangle this is. What type of triangle do we have here, guys? This is just a revision session during our learning, okay? So we learn while we revise. We're just starting to jumpstart our knowledge. It's an isosceles triangle. If these two angles are equal, that means these two sides are equal. Okay. And if those two, okay, no, that's grade 11. Sorry, I was about to confuse you guys. Okay, so then B will be equal to 180 degrees minus 80 minus 80. Therefore, what is B? What's 180 minus 80 minus 80? Nice, thank you, Bongo Musa. That's 20 degrees. So here we have A, 20 degrees. We're almost done with this question, that is. Now we still have C. How am I going to get to C? I can see a few ways to get there. A few ways to get there. Anyone? Look where C is. We can do a triangle again. Or what? What's the other way we can find C? We can do the big triangle again. Yes, it is 80, but what's the reason? What's the second way we can find C? Look carefully. Going up that way, and that way, and that way. What shape is that? What shape do we have there? It's facing down, but it's still a F. So we can still use corresponding angles. So you can actually just say C is equal to 80 degrees because it's corresponding angles. And my parallel lines are EF again. It's parallel to BG. Okay, I think that was a nice question. Very refreshing. I don't know why I zoomed out so much. There we go. For anyone who wants to take a screenshot. In the meantime, can I have a thumbs up, thumbs down, please? On this whole question. Much more less responses. Where's everybody else? I just said much more less. That should tell you where my brain is right now. Much more less. Okay, those were very slow responses, but it's fine. Okay, let's look at this one, guys. Now, I want the value of x and y. The value of x and y. There's no numbers here, but you can find the value of x and y. Does anybody know how? Look at this triangle carefully. Any ideas, guys? Look at your triangles. Okay, I'm going to give you another clue, right? What do these little marks mean on this triangle? What do they mean? What do those little marks mean, guys? Oh, there we go. They are equal. So the sides are equal. Now, if all three sides are equal, what type of triangle do we have here? Oh, I see. Lucieva already told me. It's an equilateral triangle. So that means x is equal to... I see Lucieva already posted it. But that means x is equal to 60. Because this is an equilateral triangle. And if x is equal to 60, how much is y? If x is 60, then y is 60 as well. But what is the reason for that one? $60. And I didn't name my lines. A, B, C, D. This is alternate angles. Line AB is parallel to CD. Okay. Great. Maybe let's have a brain break. Is anyone who's going to talk to me for the brain break? Let me allow you to unmute. Buhlali, are you there?
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, Buhlali, how are you?
I'm fine and you, ma'am.
I'm good. Buhlali, don't run away after the first one. There are no other hands. So I'm just going to ask you all of them.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So would you rather add a sibling to your family or a pet?
A sibling, ma'am.
Don't you like pets?
No.
Hectic. How many siblings do you already have?
One.
Oh, okay. No, guys, I actually don't know. I really like pets, but I also really like babies. So like, I don't know. Look, I'll take sibling if it's a baby, but not sibling if it's like an adult joining my family. Hi. What am I gonna do with an adult? As an adult, I'm choosing pet. But if you say baby, a newborn little baby, the little baby, then yes, I want a baby. Okay. Guys, what are you guys gonna do with an adult sibling? Me, I don't know what to do with them. I'll be like, hey chief, where have you been? That's not, yeah, go back. Okay, Botlali, next one. Would you rather be able to be invisible or be able to turn into another person? So you're either a shapeshifter or you turn invisible.
Turn into any other person, ma'am.
Same. But Botlali, why would you choose that one?
Hmm. Ish, ma'am. To see how they live, ma'am.
And then you don't like how they live. Imagine. Now you're stuck.
Yeah.
I'd rather go invisible, guys. If I see someone that I don't want to see, I would just vanish. But if you're invisible, people would know, and you would vanish, and then people would be like, Linopta, we know you're there. That time you're just standing and you're like, "Hmm." They're like, we know you're there, Mr. Invisible Man. Yo, guys. The next one, would you rather have a personal chef or a personal maid who can't cook? But Luchevel, think about it, right? If you could turn invisible, people would know already. So even if, like, if I know I saw you go in the house, but Jiggy Jiggy, you're not there, me, I already suspect. I'll be like, I know you are there, just avoiding me. Lenomta says, Chef, Lenomta, I'm with you. Anything that has to do with food, I am with you. I will clean, I will do anything, I don't care. But if you can cook nice food for me, Shem. What do you choose, Butlali? Are you still there?
A personal chef, ma'am.
Yeah, good. Here we eat, here we don't play. It's not a joke, that one. We eat. Ratil is probably dying wherever she is. Oh, so much laughter. And the last one, would you rather have a movie day or a pizza day party? Hey, pizza party day. Mtase in class.
Pizza parting class, ma'am. Oh.
Same. Ah, but guys, pizza parties at school, you get one slice, one slice. Wow, it's just a starter, that one. Only one. One slice, one slice, one slice. But Ratile, like after one slice, like, and then what?
Go home, ma'am.
I, I'm gonna go home hungrier than I was. It's like eating a starter and not going, like, through with the meal. Just being like, okay, thank you. Bye, guys. Mm-mm. You see, even Blessing knows that you only get one slice. How, guys? If we're gonna have a pizza party, we need to get proper pizza. Me, I wanna eat half a pizza alone. 4 slices, yeah. Then I'm satisfied. Yes, Lishavel, yeah, that's also another thing. Like, why is my slice small? Yours is thick. That one is slender. Me, I don't eat pepperoni. Me, I hate whatever. I sugar. Yo, Angeke, go eat pizza at home. Me, I'll be like, I go home, guys. It's fine. Yo, and then you buy me. I'm vegetarian. Now you're trying to remember which one is vegetarian. Mang Mang is allergic to chicken. Mang Mang beef. What? Tamati pants pezulu. You. Me, my favorite is Hawaiian. Aye, chief. Guys, let's just go home and you go eat pizza at your own homes. Okay, guys. Let's move on. I talk too much sometimes. Let's do this one. It's not as bad as it looks. Please don't freak out. Please, I beg of you. We're just looking for X and Y. You guys see where X is? Excuse me. And you see where Y is? That's what we're looking for. Okay. Now let's see. Any ideas on how we're going to find X and Y? Any ideas? Anything, guys? Yes, Buhlali, thank you very much. That would be true. You can find y using adjacent angles on a straight line because it is right next to 1, 1, 2. So I say y plus 1, 1, 2 degrees is 180 degrees. Adjacent angles on straight line. Great. And then y is therefore 180 degrees minus 112 degrees. And can you work that out for me, guys? What is 180 minus 112 degrees? 68 degrees. Great. So we know this is 68. Maybe I should fill in it in color so that I don't get confused about what's going on here. This is 68 degrees. And now how are we going to find x now that we have y? How will we find x now that we have found y? Anybody? Anyone? I'm glad nobody's saying anything because there was a trap in this question, but nobody's falling for it. Does anybody see what the trap is? 180 minus 64. Where did the 180 come from, guys? Where did... Please give me a reason so that I'm not confused. Clearly says co-interior angles. That's fine if you know that angle, which we don't know. I'm glad none of you are falling for the trap, though. There was one way that I thought you guys were going to say, but nobody has mentioned it so far, so I'm starting to think you didn't fall for my trap. Did anyone see what the trap was here? Anybody? What was the trap, to me? What was the trap? The value for x is below. No. Angles in a triangle, yes. But what do we first have to find, Buhlali? That is the correct way we're going to find this. But what other angle do we need first? Which other angle do we need if we're going to use angles in a triangle, or the sum of angles in a triangle? We first need C1. Do you guys see that? Yes. And what is angle C1? It is 44 degrees. What is my reason for that? Yes, they are vertically opposite. Okay. So I can say angle C1 is 44 degrees. These are vertically opposite angles. Great. So then I know this one is 44. Great. Now I have my two angles in a triangle, so I can find x. So I can say x plus 44 plus 68 is equal to 180. And this is because of the angles in a triangle. X is 180 minus 44 minus 68. What does that give us, guys? That gives us 68 degrees. So once again, we have a isosceles triangle here. If this is 68, then we have an isosceles triangle. But now, I want to ask you guys about lines ST and FE or EF. This line and this line. Are those lines parallel? Are those lines parallel? Think about it very carefully. Buhlali says no. Why do you say no, Buhlali? Can anyone else respond as well? Do we think these lines are parallel? Line ST, they don't have arrows. those. Okay. Does anyone else have another opinion? Thank you, Butlali. Anyone else have another opinion? No? Okay, so let me ask you guys, right? I'm going to show you guys something now. Look there. What shape is this, guys? What shape did I draw there? An F. And what can you tell me about those angles inside the F? We worked them out separately, right? We worked out X and we worked out Y and we found something. Those are both 68. So if those angles are equal, have we not just proven that ST is in fact parallel to FE? Do you guys see what I mean? Are we with me, guys? We have now went backwards. So we found Y in a different way, and we found X in a different way, and we realized that these are equal. Therefore, ST is in fact parallel to FE. Do you guys understand this? Can